Ahead and get started. Call the meeting to order. Ask for a roll call, please.
Here.
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 Here. Here. Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
All right, we got minutes from regular board meeting, April 14.
I move for approval of the regular meeting minutes from April 14th as written.
Second.
All right, motion and a second then to approve the minutes from April 14th regular board meeting. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those not, same sign. All right, thank you for everybody that's in attendance. Thank you for the numerous people that are watching this at home. Appreciate your attendance this evening, especially with such nice weather outside. We do not have anybody signed up for public comment. We will move on to the agenda. Look for a motion for adoption.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second for adoption of the agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those not, same sign. All right, brings us right to 8.1, reports by admin, open enrollment requests.
Good evening. As part of our formal open enrollment application process, I'm here to present the applications for this year's open enrollment requests. You can look at the detailed information in your board packets, but I will summarize the applications for you. This year, we received 51 applications for students seeking to enroll into our district, and this is a significant increase of over 75% from last year's 29 students that requested open enrollment in. Regarding applications from students requesting to open enroll out, 40 students submitted applications this year compared to 39 last year. Of those 40 students, though, 32 have never been enrolled in our school district, and 6 of those students applied to attend a virtual charter school. So, based on the review of our space availability that you approved in January, our staffing and board policy, the following recommendations are being made. Approval is recommended for 42 applications for students seeking to enroll into the district. And approval is recommended for 42 applications for the 40 students seeking to transfer out of the district. So at this time, I would respectfully request your approval of the open enrollment applications as presented.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The increase in numbers, do you know where that's coming from?
Yeah, so they're spread throughout. However, the majority of them are in 4K and the younger elementary grades.
Okay. Well, I move for approval of the recommended 42 applications for students to open enroll into the district. Do you want them separate?
You can do it together.
Okay, and also the approval for the recommended 42 applications for 40 students applying to transfer out of the district.
Second. All right, we have a motion and a second then for the recommendation as presented. Let's see here. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those not, same sign. Thank you. 8.2, 2026-2027 school year calendar.
We are proposing the academic calendar for the 26-27 school year. Staff and parents were surveyed regarding their preferences on the school calendar, and several themes emerged. The majority of respondents stated that they would prefer to keep full in-service days, keep the DDL day as is, prioritize wrapping up school by the end of May, and continue with traditional breaks as they have been. That said, 3 calendar drafts were reviewed and feedback was received from the central office admin team, superintendent's cabinet, the administrative team, Parent Advisory Team, Staff Advisory Team, Teaching and Learning Committee, and Operations Committee. The following calendar is the calendar that's being recommended for the board approval tonight based on feedback from the groups listed above. Some details of the calendar is the first student day would be September 1st of 2026. The last student contact day would be May 28th of 2027. It's a 186-day breakdown with 172 student contact days, 13 in-service days, and 1 collaboration day. So tonight we are recommending approval of the 26-27 school year calendar, which was shown to you as draft C at the committee level on April 28th.
Okay, I know this went through both committees, but any additional questions for Nicole? And if not, entertain a motion.
Also move to approve the 2026, 2027 school calendar, school year calendar, which is draft C, that was presented to the Operations and Teaching and Learning Committees on April 28th.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second then to approve the 2026-27 calendar. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those not, same sign. All right. Thank you, Nicole. That brings us cruising right along. Reports by board, Board of Education, student rep report. Max.
Well, thank you. The school year is winding down and so are activities, but spring sports are having very strong showings and are looking forward to conference play concluding and postseason starting. As part of my duty as the student representative, I was on the Wall of Fame committee. We met a few months ago to pick this year's recipients, and last week we honored them. James Campbell won the Outstanding Alumni, and Chuck and Jeannie Stondrel won the Friends of Education Award. After reviewing applications and meeting with the recipients at the ceremony, it was very clear that these individuals earned the honor. James Campbell has made himself known as an adventurer and author, and Chuck and Jeannie Stondrel are very involved in the community and have spent their entire lives volunteering and serving. I was honored to be on the committee with to select these individuals, and it was super cool to watch them be inducted. Last week, Wednesday, was our FFA banquet. It was a bittersweet moment as I delivered my retirement address speech and passed the gavel on to the next president. Some highlights from the FFA year that were recognized were 4 state champion career development event winners. That is something that has not been done in all the years of our chapter being a chapter since 1929. We also recognized our 5 state proficiency finalist applications. These were students who had excellent supervised agricultural experiences, which are just jobs or hobbies within agriculture. I don't know for sure the last time, but it has been a very long time since we have had 5 state finalists. Next week, on Wednesday, is our senior awards night and scholarship distribution ceremony. It'll be a very rewarding experience for seniors to be recognized for their accomplishments in high school, and a nice way to celebrate in the last week of school for the seniors. Seniors' last day of school is Friday, May 23rd, and the rest of the district concludes on May 30th. Seniors will be looking forward to the graduation ceremony, which will be held on Sunday, June 1st. As I reflect back on my past year as a student representative, I recognize how lucky I have been to have seen activities occurring in 6 schools firsthand. I have been able to see and hear about district happenings from across the district year-round to help me report on behalf of the entire district. As my time as the student representative has concluded, I thought I would let you know what my future plans are. Next year, I will be attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison to major in agricultural business management. I will also be running to serve as a state FFA officer at our convention in June. If I'm elected into that position, I will be attending school virtually my freshman year before continuing my education in person my sophomore year. If I'm not elected, I will attend UW-Madison in person and just proceed forward with schooling. Upon graduation of college, currently I am planning to enter the agriculture industry in a sales role, but as we all know, there's a good chance that that could change. So, thank you guys for an awesome year.
Thank you. I think it was one of the reports that you did. You let us know that you were a professional auctioneer.
Not quite.
And so I worked with Mark to put a little package together, and I thought it'd be worth our while tonight, with it being your last evening with us to practice some of those auctioneer skills. So at this point, I'm going to hand it over to you, and I would like you to involve the board and the administration in auctioning off this absolutely beautiful bag of BD swag. So turn it
Money
over to you.
goes to,
What?
the money for the auction goes
Oh.
to.
Beaver Dam High School, their student activity account that helps students in need.
There you go.
Okay, so I was just given this basket tonight, but what I see in here is I see a lot of awesome BD swag. So I see, first of all, the first thing that catches my eye is a $50 gift certificate to the school store. So whatever this basket doesn't have, you can get that. But then there's also some jackets, some super cool socks. I know I got a pair sitting in front of me. Several hats, some can koozies, etched Beaver Dam High School wood medallion, some other shirts. There's just lots of stuff. So this is valued well over $150.
Nice.
And keep in mind that this is going to students in need. So not just pulling at the heartstrings a little bit here. So will anyone start me off? What? Oh. Will anyone start us off at a $50 bid? $50 bid. I got 50 over there. Will anyone go 75? $50 bid. Who will go 75? $75 bid. Will anyone go 100? $75 bid. We got 100. Who will go 125? $100 bid. We got 125. Anyone go 150? $150 bid. Who will go 175? $150 bid. Over here. Will anyone go 175? $175 bid. Who will go 2? Who will go 2? We got 2 over there. Who will go 225? $200 bid. Anyone go 225? $225 bid. Anyone go 250? $225. We got 250. Will you go 275? $250 bid. Anyone go 275? Anyone go 275? I'll cut it down to $260. $260 bid. Anyone go 260? $260. Come on, I got $250 bid. Mr. DeStefano, this is doing the kids in need. Don't you want to help out those kids?
He is a professional.
$260 bid. Now we got $270. $260 bid. We got $270. Don't even go $280. $270 bid. We got $270 over there. Will you go $280? $270 bid. Anyone go $280?
Business manager?
We got $270 bid to Mr. Kraus. Will anyone go $280? $280. You told me, Mr. DeStefano, over there. Your words were, I think the staff should really bid this up high because it's going to the students in need. You've bid up this far. Why stop now? $270 bid. We're looking for $280. Looking for $280. $275. $275? $270 going once?
See, usually I'd hide in a corner when I bid so no one knows I'm bidding.
Going twice?
It's mine, right?
Sold. Yep. Sold to Mr. Kraus for $270. Thank you.
Nice job.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Vince. Good
That was
job.
awesome. So valued at 150, right? And 270, outbeat the superintendent of the Beaver Dam High School District.
Pretty easy to do.
So thank you for that. And obviously you're going off to Madison, so good luck with all those endeavors. Continuing to represent agriculture and FFA. So we appreciate that. So the board got together and got you a few things. A card for you, signed by all the board members, and a gift card to help you prepare for college. We all know that college can be quite expensive, and so we gathered up a little money, put it on a gift card for you. So that's in the bag right there. I also have for you a certificate of service presented to Max
They're in the bag.
Lukey, in recognition and appreciation of serving the 24-25 student representative for the Board of Education. So that is used, and I will say this, you know, I think this is our 4th or 5th year, and we really appreciated your reports. There's no question in my mind that you put the time and effort into making sure you had conversations with people and gave us a clear indication of what was going on in the student body, and that is exactly what we want out of this position. So thank you very much. It was awesome having you as part of the school board. And again, good luck on your future endeavors.
Thank you.
There are also two hats that one of our board members hand knit for you. One is to help you cheer on the Badgers, and the other one is to help you support the FFA. So we'd like you to just try one of them on, please.
It better fit. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, look at that.
Thank you.
I just have to say that's from one Lipsick 4-H kid to another. There you go.
Ah, nice.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right, Max, thank you very much. Appreciate all your efforts this year. All right. With that, move on to Operations Committee.
Well, that's a hard thing to follow.
It is.
Operations Committee met on April 28th, and all of the committee members were present who were supposed to be there. Mr. DeStefano and Mr. Cashman and Mr. Marshall presented an update on the referendum projects, and we talked about some of the elementary playgrounds and district-wide ADA upgrades and things like that. Dr. White presented information that families and staff were surveyed regarding the calendar development, which we just approved for the 2026-2027 school year. And then Dr. White also reviewed a list of job description. They were updates and kind of clarifying some of the responsibilities and requirement changes. Our next committee meeting is scheduled for May 19th. And I will ask John and Joanne if they have any updates on any of the referendum projects that they wanted to discuss.
All right, I'm going to start, and then John's going to jump in with everything I missed. The first thing, I just wanted to talk a little more about the playground projects that we talked about actually in committee meeting, because it's really impressive, the improvements that these playgrounds will be ADA accessible, and there'll be turf so that we can make these playgrounds accessible for all students. So that was really exciting. I was happy to see that. In our meeting for the project, we talked a lot about interiors and exteriors this time. So my favorite thing, not John's favorite thing, but they did a lot of renderings of the different areas of the building, so we could actually start to get a picture of what that middle school will look like. And I think it's something that we'll be proud of. I know PRA will be at our next committee meeting.
Correct.
In person or virtually, I'm not sure, but they will be showing us some of those things to the group. Also, we're really starting to see the exterior of that building come to shape and talk about finishes. And I know that one of the things that we talked about is I didn't realize, a stone quarry in Beaver Dam. And the stone that will be on that building will most likely come from that Beaver Dam stone quarry. So we are doing our best to represent the community and represent all the things that we talked about. And it's really starting to be a beautiful building. I can't wait for you guys to see it at the committee meetings.
Yeah, I think Joanne hit everything right on the head. It's really coming together nice. I really don't have much to add to it. She's right. The interior stuff and the exterior is not my cup of tea. The stuff that's coming up is
When they talk about mechanicals and stuff,
yeah.
then I'm like, whatever.
So, but it does look really good. It's really starting to come together quick, and I think everyone would be really happy and pleased when they see what's been developed out of it. So,
Any questions for, go
I was
ahead.
just going to ask Ryan if he had anything you wanted to add into the things regarding the projects going on here.
Yeah, I would just add that for Washington specifically, the Phase 1 bids are complete, and that piece of the project is expected to come in under budget. The Phase 2 bids are almost complete, and the projected budget is lining up really well with our budget at this time, so the bids coming in are falling in line or slightly lower than what we were expecting. The structural bearing walls are completed. In-wall plumbing and electrical has been completed at Washington, and the installation of steel joints, decking, wood window blocking, and air vapor barrier has begun in the last week. So Washington is moving along nicely, on schedule, so it's been a positive experience thus far this spring there. As far as the summer projects, I know Joanna and John touched on that, but we did have a pre-bid planning meeting last week where contractors were allowed to come in and get more information on the project, specifically the accessibility, the accessibility improvements at the high school, and the safety improvements at the ESC and the high school, and then the varsity softball field. These projects will commence at the end of the month. The bids are due on Wednesday, and we're expecting this piece of the project to be approximately 4.3 to 4.4 million for this summer out of the community-wide improvements. Middle school floor plans continue to undergo intensive developments to get the right size and feedback, and the design development phase is ongoing, and the wetland delineation and the final surveying has been completed, which will guide the final location determinations for the building and the parking lots, as well as traffic flow moving forward.
Any questions for Ryan? Thank you. And I just also wanted to remind people that there is a referendum projects monthly update that's done, and you can get it online and follow along and see what's happening. So that's it for operations.
Next meeting,
Oh, next meeting is next week. May, yeah, right. May 19th.
all right, thank you. Any other questions for Marge? Or anybody else that presented through ops? All right, we'll move to teaching and learning.
Teaching and Learning also met on April 28th. Board members present were Mary Coons and myself. Board members absent, Maria and Heather. Mr. Krause, the Prairie View Elementary Principal, and Mrs. Jasma, the Wilson Elementary School Principal, provided an update on the Early Literacy District Strategic Action. They reviewed the DSA, which focused on providing families with early literacy resources, birth to 3. Representatives from the district, Dodge County Birth to 3, Alpha Z, and the Beaver Dam Community Library collaborated on the promotion of positive literacy habits at home. They reported on the engagement opportunities for families and the next steps. The DSA has been met, and efforts will continue into the following school year. Dr. White, Director of Human Resources, reported that families and staff were surveyed to provide insights for calendar development. She reviewed the options for the calendar, and we had just approved the calendar a couple of items ago. The next committee meeting is also scheduled for next Monday, May 19th.
All right, any questions, comments for Lisa? All right, thank you, Lisa. Board engagement and recognition. Again, opportunity for board members to share out any engagement opportunities that they were involved with and any recognitions that they may have. So open it up to the board.
Well, I was a member of the Wall of Fame committee, and we had the Wall of Fame ceremony just recently, and it was fantastic. It was done really, really well. Our alumni was James Campbell, and interesting man. He's written a lot of books. I'm currently reading his Ghost Soldiers one, and I got his autograph for in the book, so that was extra. And then our friends of education were Chuck and Jeannie Stungel. They were had been employees of the district, but they have, since they retired as teachers, they've been involved in so many ways with the school district, and it's just been amazing. And they were so surprised and grateful for the recognition. It was terrific to see them. And there were quite a few people who were at the ceremony and everything, which was also very good. And then I also went to Wilson School just last week to see the first graders. And they did their presentation on, and they did animal research, and they did presentation on different animals. It was the cutest thing. I saw boa constrictors and lions and panda bears and you name it, and those kids knew their stuff. So it was really fun to watch them. So that's my engagements for the month.
I had an opportunity to stop by the greenhouse. It had been open a few days by the time I got there, and it was honestly almost sold out. So that's pretty darn exciting. They did a great job, and I am so grateful that the community supported them. And they'll probably make more plans and have more stuff next year, but I know by the breakfast it was pretty sold out even too, right, Max?
Yeah, after the Sunday, we sold out. So we were sold out in 4 days, and that hasn't happened in a while. And then at the pancake breakfast, we served 747 people.
Nice. So congratulations. Well done.
Oh, and I forgot to mention something. So I told Mr. DeStefano I'd say this in my report, and I forgot. At the Wall of Fame committee, or at the Wall of Fame ceremony, there was some excellent food. I thought I'd give Ike an update. The meatballs were the best part. I mean, they really took the cake. They were phenomenal. But I mean, really, everything there, pretty solid. I had a piece of cheesecake. That was really good. I mean, so I thought you might be jealous, but I knew I had to give you an update on this.
Thank you, Max. Sorry,
I
missed
was
it.
actually going to add that too. I forgot that. And thank Tahoe. We had them who handled the food. And yeah, the meatballs I thought were exceptional.
I think you've got a reputation.
I also was at the Wall of Fame ceremony and bought some plants at the FFA plant sale. They were very nice. Made it to the Wilson First Grade Animal Projects as well. I would agree with Marge. Super fun to hear the students and talk to them about all the research they did on lots of different animals. And then one shout out I have this month is to the girls soccer team. We had 38 members of their team come and help with the Second Harvest Mobile Food Pantry on Saturday morning. So
Yeah,
it was
nice.
awesome.
All right, anybody else? All right.
A few recognitions. Just want to echo the recognitions that Max alluded to during the update regarding FFA and the 4 state champions for that, as well as all the other finalists. So very, very significant and special year for the FFA. Also, really, really wonderful was our high school math team. So we have a math team. They compete in the Wisconsin Math Council State Math Championships. And I believe, is it Dave and Hope help out with that? They won the Class A state championship in the state of Wisconsin for math, which is outstanding. For context, the runner-up in that division was Marquette University High School. So did a wonderful job. So hats off to Tyler Winkle, Cecilia Zahn, Caitlin Jameson, Ethan Rowan, Owen Hemling, Lincoln Titus, Carter Rommelfinger, and Colton Reisman. So absolutely wonderful representation of the high school and all things going on there. Also wanted to recognize Mary Postema. I know she loves that for all the work that she's done. She doesn't like to be recognized, but all the work that she's done with Wall of Fame and other end of the year related items. So it's a lot of extra things that she handles well, but nothing else stops when she's working on that. So thank you, Mary, for that work. Also, I know we've alluded to it, but just the staff in general that have stepped up with passing of our district registrar. So people have just been wonderful throughout the district. Staff, admin, other folks. So, and just helping share the lift and make sure that we're continuing to do a great job for the students we get to serve. Also, Washington staff. So they've got a building project going on. It's not in the building, but it's adjacent. Every once in a while, you know, you get a little bit of wind and a little bit of a sealer on CMU, and you know, they have to adjust. You know, sometimes there's a new odor in the building on occasion, so they adjust really, really well. They're working very well with Principal Wilson. Communication between the team, the construction team, and the school team is outstanding, so that's always very helpful. as well. And then last but not least, I know the board will have the opportunity to certify the graduates this evening. But just wanted to celebrate. I think this is our last chance formally to kind of just acknowledge the class of 2025 before they walk in early June. And just a couple of highlights. And Russ, if there's something else you want to throw in here, feel free to shout it out. But so it sounds like over 40% of our students will go to a university, which is good for them. That's outstanding. We have 11 students that earn MPTC credentials during their high school year, so between CNAs, EMTs, and other software specialist certifications through MPTC, the class of 2025, that's great. We had one student who actually, and I'm not going to name them because I haven't gone over this with them yet, but they actually earned their electrical power distribution certification through MPTC and already has a job with We Energies. Coming out of high school, it's pretty amazing. That class had a National Merit Scholarship finalist as well, Easton Warden. 43 seniors, just seniors, completed their youth apprenticeship programs in 10 of the 16 different career pathways. And then I know we've got about a handful of students that are entering into the military. So there's a smattering of other things. Senior Awards is coming up next Wednesday. And they do a wonderful job of recognizing all the kids, but just a really talented class, as all of our classes have talent, but this is a really neat class that's really done a lot of wonderful things. I know Russ will speak to that at graduation as well, so that's it.
All right, thank you.
I move the board recess into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.85, paren 1, paren C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility, specifically to discuss specific employees and employee groups and to discuss negotiation strategy. The board will reconvene into open session following the closed session and may take action on items discussed in closed session.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to move into closed session. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right, we're going to go into closed session and we'll be back. We're back. Oh, you ready to go? All right. We're back in open session. We'll move on to 12, district policy and guidelines of 12.1.
I have 2 resignations for your consideration tonight.
I move the board approve the resignations as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the resignations as presented. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those not, same sign.
There are several leaves of absence for your consideration this evening.
I move the board approve the leaves of absence as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second then for the leaves of absence. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those not, same sign. All right.
We are asking for your approval of the following appointments. Caitlin Dwyer as principal of Prairie View Elementary School, Brandon Kraus as principal of the middle school, Dawn Vogel as a special education teacher at Prairie View Elementary School, Mackenzie Tischler as a special education literacy teacher at Jefferson Elementary School, and Emily Walters, English language arts teacher at the high school.
I move the board approve the appointments as presented.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the appointments as presented. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Mr. Trosson, thanks for sticking around.
He's got graduates, they're important.
How could I miss this opportunity? It's one of the most exciting times of the year for me. I am very excited to be here and honored to announce that we are anticipating upwards of 293 graduates this year. The number seems a little bit higher from when I reported out what our enrollment was when we had our success plan, but we had a lot of early grads or kids doing other programs, so they're all added into that, including GPS and some of the other things. So we're very excited to hopefully have as many of them as possible at our ceremony coming up in June. So we'll formally certify them there, but I'm presenting the slate of potential graduates here tonight. Any questions?
Questions? Otherwise, look for a motion. Motion of the certification?
Motion to approve the certification
Motion
of
to approve the
graduates for the
certification.
class of 2025.
Got it. What Mark said.
I move that we approve the certification of the 2025 graduates.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the certification of the 2025 graduates. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those not. Ooh, let's try to get some excitement in there.
The basket was the excitement. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate it. Thanks, Russ. All right, look for, oh, no, not there yet. Other business, 13.1.
Payment and claims. I move for payment and claims in the amount of $4,080,857.88.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second for, to approve payment of claims. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, look for a motion for adjournment.
I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second for adjournment. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those not? All right, we adjourn. Thank you.
And now we reroll.
Thank you.
Just remember-